Welcome, Veet. I'm really excited that you've given us this opportunity to be here and present and talk with us. So, Veet, just to get everyone a little bit of content as to how we're going to start our conversation. Veet's been a family friend of my mom for years. I think my mom's known Veet since she was born. So I'm really honored and privileged to
All
have you
right.
here. Yeah. So thank you for that. And today we are speaking about products which are going to relate to the 6-week challenge in order to support our gut. So thank you. Thanks for joining us, Veet.
Super. It's my pleasure and an honor as well to be part of your this journey that you have with a whole lot of people. So
Yeah.
thank you, Anarine.
Veet,
So
let's talk
yeah,
about you go.
okay. So basically what happened in 2023, I was very ill with bronchitis, pneumonia, and doing so many tests, and I never got back down to the bottom. And I decided that in 2024, I was going to do something about my health and start looking at my body. What is my body talking to me? What is it saying to me? So I needed to um, do something better than I was doing the previous years. So I chatted to a friend about it, and then she said that she was on these products, which really basically is confident about them. And she said, look, let's start on a Bali Life. And many years ago, I did start on Bali Life, but I didn't like the taste. And what a mission to try and stir this into juice and that. And I thought, no, this is not for me. In actual fact, it was really money down the drain. But then when she, spoke to me again, when I spoke to her about it, and she said to me, no, she mixed it with juice and she's got a little stirrer and she stirs into it and it's like having a tot in the morning. I thought, okay, let me try it. And so after 2, 3 weeks, I felt a bit different in my body. I hadn't had this terrible nasal, and I don't know. I just felt that I had a step in my how would you say, a bit of a step in life, and felt more rejuvenated. So I started taking it, but then I started telling my friends about it, and they all started getting onto it. And really, from there onwards, I saw the success. I started taking more and more products in the AIM product range to feel better. But I think the turning point was when a friend of mine, or a client, I would say a customer, who's now a customer, was hospitalized for a fatty liver. And then when the doctor, said she needed to have a dietitian and she's not having enough fiber, she's not having enough vegetables, all that. I said to her, why don't you try Bali Life? Because it's a 98.5% absorption rate. It's got all the vitamins that you're looking for. And even if it's not, it's a nice thing to be, also it's an antioxidant, it helps your immune system. So off she started. So when she went for test in January with the doctor to see how the fatty liver was doing, he was amazed at her results. That his medication that he prescribed is working fantastic. She said, "No, I didn't take any of that. I still got it in the original package. So if you want it, doctor, for some other of your patients, I'll give it back to you." So there I realized, I said, "Gee, no, this is something that I'm all good on it." And I thought, no, I have to talk about it with friends and family. So instead of paying customer prices, I became a member, which was like 200 Rand per annum. And I get member prices, which is much cheaper than what you can get at all the health shops. And if you buy it as a customer. So now I talk to all my friends and I've got all my grandchildren on it. So much so that my one grandchild has not seen a GP since November because I've introduced it. It's not nice. I'll tell you right now, it's not nice to drink, but I introduced it as jungle juice. It makes it strong. So they drink it as jungle juice. And because I say to them, do you want to be sick? Do you rather be sick and not take the jungle juice? Or take the jungle juice, which will take a minute, and you go to school every day and you can see your friends every day. So yeah, so now they've taken, and now I've talked to most of all my friends. I've got a lot of my friends who I've started with Bali Life and who have slowly been introduced to other products like the probiotics, like the fiber blend, which is very good if you are constipated. Because at the end of the day, if your gut is not, how would I say, healthy, it affects your brain, it affects your way of living, it affects your mood, it affects so many things in your life. So I believe take those products because it helps, because our foods are not geared. I mean, everything today is processed, even the vegetables that you buy. If you're not buying organic, you're buying them, you don't know what type of stuff they've put in to stop all these diseases and that type of thing. So you don't know what they've got.
No.
So rather have a supplement in your body. Yes, I know it's expensive, but what is more expensive? Being sick and going to your doctor, having downtime, putting pressure on your families because you're not feeling well. And for you as a person, you don't feel good. So at my age, I really want to be a healthy, how would I say, retiree, and enjoy the things that I want to enjoy. So if I want to go to the movies all day long, I feel good. If I want to sit and crochet and knit all day long and do scrapping and art and all that type of thing, I've got the energy. I feel like doing it. I'm motivated, so yeah. So, and Narine, I think that's me. And also what I've also done with that, I've picked up that I'm feeling intolerant to gluten because I've been feeling good, but I'm still very bloated. So I went off gluten. In a space of 3 months, I've lost 8 kilos with just taking the gluten products out. Started also looking at dairy products, taking that off, going more to the vegetable side, like the almond, the macadamia, and not so much the oat, but macadamia and the almond milk. And so I've introduced that. I've cut back on my caffeine, on coffee, and I'd rather take the rooibos. Otherwise, also the juices, the Rugani juices, which is the best juice in the market, not much preservatives. So yeah, I mean, if you can drink carrot juice and it does so much for your eyesight, like they say, the rabbits, no rabbit is blind. It's true because carrots is very good for your eyes. The same with the beetroot. I mean, they've got the beetroot juice as well. So they've got very good, healthy juices. So instead of buying other juices or good drink, rather invest in that type of thing, which at the end of the day, I haven't seen a GP for the last almost 12, no, maybe more than 12 months, 14 months.
That's
for
brilliant.
any silly thing.
Yeah, that's absolutely
So, and yes,
brilliant.
at your age, you do get, you do get more illnesses. But I think now that I've looked at my body, understand my body, I've done also a lot of research. Check out the products, check out what is there. What is the nutritionist saying? Because as you know, the medical profession never used to have a nutrition element in their studies. Now they're introducing it. So now they're becoming aware of the nutritional values in being healthy. I mean, they always talk about Mediterranean lifestyle, which is, have olive oil. Have olive oil every day, a teaspoon or a tablespoon if you don't have it in your salads. I drench my steamed vegetables in olive oil, and it's so yummy. I'm eating more and more vegetables, which I never did. So more vegetables. I have one meal a day, which is completely vegetables or fruit or both. And I try and start off one of my meals a day with a raw vegetable or a raw fruit. And it's come with over time. It's not an overnight story, It's been, like I said, since 2023. We're now midway past 2025. There has been some time. But I've noticed the differences, and I'm happy for that. And I'm talk to everybody that I come across. I'll talk to them when they say they've had flu this time three times a year. I said, oh, you should be on Bali Life, And then also I tell them not to take the vaccines because the vaccines, the way they do it these days, is so much metal. Bali Life is fantastic, but it actually extracts all that metal stuff out of your body. The same as if you've been on antibiotics. Yes, because sometimes you have to be on antibiotics, but you need something to clear it up your system so you can get your system back to where it should be and in an optimal, condition. So that's what my main thing is I love the products and I love what it's been doing for me, and I love what it's been doing for a lot of family and friends and people that I don't even know that I'm supporting now the product. So I'm not making any money really. They give me a 5% discount if I have so many points, but I mean, that doesn't even drive me. But I mean, yes, it will drive me when I start adding more and more products, because when I look around and I think, I've got quite a lot of these products. I stopped all the going to Dis-Chem and spending 1,500, 2,000 Rand in a shot and not knowing where these products come from. They're from the shelf. Yes, Dis-Chem is selling them, but I don't know any background of these products. And these products have got all the infographics, they've got all the data sheets, and a lot of things, you can actually even pick up testimonials. My friend put Barley Life on the dog that's got diabetes and is like 12 years old, and it's a Dachshund, so it's very fragile. She can't believe the difference it's made in a month, that now the dog stands outside by the door waiting for it to go for a walk, whereas a few months ago, they didn't want to do any of that. And even the vet was so surprised at how this dog has gained some vitality all of a sudden. So I've got a few friends that have got all their dogs on Barley Life, and it's not cheap, but then the whole family's on Barley Life. So yeah, which helps a lot.
So Veet, tell me a little bit more
you're
about.
frozen there.
I think it's just the internet. I think. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So tell me a little bit about the actual product. So the product that you use is called AIM, right?
Yes, it's AIM manufactures it and brands it and all that. Yeah, so it's
Okay.
AIM.
And then
It's under the umbrella. It's a product based in the USA.
okay. And then under AIM, you taking the Barley Life.
Yeah, so it's got Barley Life because there is barley products out there,
Yes.
but when it comes to like the absorption rate and the content and how it's made, it's the best out in the market.
Okay.
And that provides a comparison to the products, the green products that are similar, but the Barley Life has got a much better absorption rate. And then they also tell you to take it on its own first thing in the morning, because it absorbs better into your bloodstream. If you start mixing it up with other products, then it doesn't absorb wholly into your bloodstream.
Yes, you lose it. I see. Okay, so there's the Barley Life, and that is like a full immune kind of support. Is that the way you would describe
it? I would say a support. So if you can't afford any of the other products, Barley Life is the one to have. So they've got a whole like a poster where it says, for general health, if you want to lose weight, if you've got diabetes, it's all broken up into what products you should be taking. So you look at yourself and you say, okay, what do I feel? What should I be taking? So Barley Life to me is like your entry level that you go to if you can't afford it. And then as you see your body, you start to understand your body better. Like I know that I can get constipated very easily and bloated very easily. So that's why I started taking the fiber blend, which is basically mainly fiber, and it cleans out your intestines, and it also helps you if you've got parasites, worms and that type of thing. Like they say, if you eat medium rare meat or any meat in actual fact, you should be on Barley Life, because we don't know how those meats are made these days, eh? What stuff they put in them. So I can't see myself getting rid of meat. So I've decided that it's the herbal fiber blend is my go-to. I will definitely have it every night before I go to bed. And I promise you, it cleans out your system a few times a day. No pains and aches and cramps or anything like that. And then I also love the probiotics, which is also another one to cleanse your system for gut health. So I take those three without a doubt. And then because I have a heart condition, I take the Omega, which is your omega-3, supplement. So I take that. And then I take Composure, which is also another one, all to do with herbs. And basically, it's a good thing if you're stressed. You can take that during the day. But for me, sometimes to help me sleep, I take the Composure at night. And I just find it takes the edge. So
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about if you want to stop and not take it for a month. You can not
Yes.
take it. So there's no, but I definitely find, and a lot of the people I know that have been taking, like I've got a friend of mine who's also a coach, but she coaches, she's like a mentor to executives. And she takes the Composure, and she says it's the best thing. It just takes the edge off what she's feeling. So yeah, so I take those, and I take it when I feel I need it, when I stop. But probiotics, herbal fiber blend, Omega, and the Body Life is I don't even take anything else. I don't take any iron tablets. And then I've also got a magnesium, which you put in a bottle, which you spray, which is quite, how would I say, concentrate. And that helps you. For instance, if you've got a backache, neck ache. I mean, the other day I pulled a muscle and I just started rubbing on my back. 2 days later, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this thing is, you could feel the tightness, and it was like, I didn't even go to massage. It was just me with the CWR spray. So, yeah. So they've got a lot of products that they can help, but you need to know your body at the end of the day. Don't go with other people say. If you're feeling things that your body is not doing well, then you look at it, you address it. You can go in. Everybody who becomes a member has got access to their website, like a web link, which is your personal web link. So you go in there and you can place your orders. It's like hassle-free. It really is. And it gets delivered to your home address wherever. And I mean, you've experienced it when your mom has delivered the herbal, the stuff that she had ordered.
Yes.
Got an SMS. I think you got an SMS in the morning to say it was arriving.
Much quicker than my mom thought. She was surprised. She was like, "What's that, Anarina?" I said, "Mom, it's for you." So yes, it is. Yeah, it's efficient.
So, it takes 2 to 3 days, depending on what time of the day you order, but it takes 2 to 3 days. And I mean, you're out in the Cape, so
yes.
So so there's a lot of information that you can, and then also you've got access to their Zooms where the clinical nutritionist who's been with AIM for over 30 years, she discusses like on yesterday one she did a bonus session which is pet health, and the day before she had one about stroke, what leads you to have a stroke, and what happens when you've got candida, all the fungus that you get,
Yes.
Candida is not only thrush, you can get candida on your nails, and how does it come about? So she's got all those Zoom things that you learn so much about your body, which I didn't even know my body existed, because no medical doctor ever told me when I had a problem with gluten. And why? Because I've got tonsillitis, appendicitis, stenitis, bronchitis, all inflammation in your body, and it's mainly because you possibly gluten intolerant, because your liver doesn't produce those enzymes, so it can't help to digest that food, and then it seeps into your blood and it causes all that inflammation.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's very, very interesting.
Should be a doctor, me.
Yeah. And also, so it's good for children.
So,
you can give it to your child.
Sorry?
And you can also use it for your children, right?
Majority of the product, even pregnant women. I mean, pregnant women
pregnant women.
Body Life is fantastic. Because when they say even with newborn babies, you rub like a tiny bit into their gums.
That's brilliant.
Especially babies that are born Caesar. They don't have that natural thing, that the natural process of birth gives a baby and a mother. Because they already don't start in life,
the same way,
what nature devised for them.
Yeah.
So Body Life is a beautiful pregnant moms, for breastfeeding moms, and then for children, for babies. You can rub it on. They got so much products. I mean, even for women that are menopausal with hormonal problem, they got this renewed balance cream. what you really put on a drop. And my one friend has discovered that it's fantastic eye cream. She said, Pete, my wrinkles around my eyes are definitely improved. so yeah.
That's wonderful. Lisa, you're going to share the link with us so we can have a look at the products.
So I'll get you the link.
Okay.
I'll share the link with
Yes.
you.
And then
Do you
we'll
want
be
me to send
able,
on your email address?
yes, and
Okay.
then I'll add it to the video, and then we'll be able to order through you. So you're going to give us your email address. How does it work?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yes, you just email me your mom email address, and then I can order it. And if you feel that you want to become a member, then you just log me as I'll send you the forms. You just log me as a down, like I said to you, it's like it works like a type of a pyramid scheme, but not really
Okay.
in the pyramid scheme that you know. Well, not pyramid scheme, a direct marketing sort of thing.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
go under my little code, because then I introduce the people, and then you just do your own orders, and then you get your little, depending on the points that you sell, you get some commission from it, which is like 5% depending, because I got like months. And because I'm not really into, I should, okay, in time maybe I will, but right now there's structures, and you can earn some money, but then it does also mean that you've got to be promoting it,
Yes, all the time. And
Be
being
more
out there.
active in selling.
Yes.
I don't really sell the product. I really market the product to the benefits, because I've used it, and I've seen me and my friends what it's done for them. I mean, your mom is one of them. When she
Yes,
said
exactly.
with the herbal fiber blend, what it's done for her system. So
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you
Okay.
very much for your time, Veet,
Anything
and for
else?
the information that you've shared. And I appreciate you talking to me.
No, my pleasure.
Good.
Super. It was lovely talking, and it's always nice to talk about health, because health is wealth. Bottom
Yes,
line.
that's
If you
true.
don't have health, you don't have wealth. It comes at a price, So yeah. It does take time, and I think the earlier we start, the better.
Yes, I agree with you.
Looking at addressing our thing, and especially
Yes.
start putting our put our kids to it, because I'll never forget when I took my granddaughter to Builders, and she was helping me carrying a bag of fertilizer for my orchids. And it looked quite heavy. So a lady walked past her and said, "Gee, you're strong." So she said to the lady, "Yes, because I have jungle juice every morning." So it was true in it, it's part of her life. It's part of her being healthy and strong.
That's so cute.
So yeah, so that's what you got to instill. You got to instill in that with the kids, at a young age, so that they, are aware. Like they keep asking me, Bobo, it's not healthy, eh? The Coke, it's not healthy. No, it's not healthy. Even the fruit juice is not healthy. But vegetables are healthy. Yes, vegetables and fruit are healthy. So that's what you got to instill and keep at it,
Yes.
the whole time.
Yeah, so when they're our age, they know, and it's easy for them.
Yes.
Yes.
They start looking at it. I mean, I remember the one grandchild, we went to, had lunch at a restaurant, and then she looked at the menu and she said, "No, Bobo, that's not healthy for me." I said, "Okay." It's good. It was a pie, and I said, "No, it's not good." Sometimes I must have said the pie wasn't good, and then she said, "No, but that's not healthy." So, gee, and you don't realize how little you talk, how you're talking, how it's impacting on them,
Yeah, it's
So,
wonderful. It's wonderful to have that influence on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And I mean, they are small, they're mushrooms. They just want to absorb everything, and,
Yes.
they remember much more than what you do.
Yes.
So,
Thank
all
you,
right,
Veet.
Hillary.
Yeah, thank
Thank
you.
you. Lovely talking to you, and all the best. Eh?
Thank you.
Take care.